let's talk about informants, right? So people know they got people who snitch, right? And a lot of times we put a snitch as a person who is telling the government or the police information to reduce their sentence. While that is very true, there's also a different type of snitch, like the government informant. And those are people who get paid, get real US dollars to snitch. They have people who made livings being informants, made a real living. I'm talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars to give information. It's real. You see that a lot more in federal court, at least in my experience. I've seen a lot more of that in federal court on those big conspiracy cases. But the government pays people real money to become an informant, right? Infiltrate and then give that information back. And they use that to prosecute. And it's totally legal. Now, lawyers will, in trial, bring that up to try to attempt to attack the snitch's credibility. But a lot of times, the information is still found to be credible. So people really get paid real money to snitch. And then, there's a jailhouse snitch. There's the person who gets placed in your cell, gets placed around you to try to solicit information from you. And then that person goes and tells the cops what's going on. And those people have a lot of credibility issues a lot of times, because sometimes they just make up stuff, right? They just make up stuff. That's why we always tell clients, only talk about your case with your attorney, because that is protected by attorney-client privilege. Anybody else you talk about your case with, they can use that in court and testify to what you told them, right? And it's not protected. Anything a client tells me is protected under attorney-client privilege. It can't get talked about. But anybody else the client tells a story to, they can use that in court. So it's from a legal standpoint why we tell people don't talk, don't say nothing. Because the jailhouse snitch, they put him there. And who knows what type of benefit the jailhouse snitch gets for snitching. He might be looking at 20 years, and now he might get probation, or get 5 years and get to go home. It just all depends. So they got a lot of different types, but I really wanted to highlight the government informants who get paid a lot of money. There was that recent article about the leader of the group, the Proud Boys, that one group, the Proud Boys, and he's a government informant. He's been a government informant for years. I'm pretty sure if you pull up the records and pull up the documentation, he's gotten paid to snitch. So it's a real thing. Snitches are used to send people to jail, and it's very effective because the information is still found credible because juries believe it.